Hi, Shalabh.
Hi, good to see you, Valen.
Great to see you. I know being able to speak with individuals like yourself and know how caring you are is very touching to the patient community. Just think of the really hard days and the challenges that we go through, and to know that there's incredible individuals like yourself fighting for us and creating better therapies, that really helps us to continue to fight and move forward. Thank you.
Thank you. I always tell my colleagues who want to work in biotech or startups, I said, you always have to know your why, because that will keep you going. Because as you know, drug development or any journey is filled with ups and downs. And there are days that it seems really, really challenging.
And that rings true as a patient too, I think, is having purpose and passion and understanding our why too. So
Right.
I'm really excited to be here today. It means a lot to me to bring together physicians, industry, and patients into a meaningful conversation. And so I reached out to our kidney community and I said to them, if you could ask anything to a CEO of a biotech company, what would you ask them?
Wonderful. Looking forward to it.
Me too. Thank you.
Thank you.
For our first question, it is, what are you doing now to prep for the launch of your investigational therapy to make sure physicians are educated about the therapy with the hopes that patients will have access and knowledge of it as soon as possible?
Starting the company, we wanted to make sure that we align ourselves with the physicians, scientific community, as well as patients. For physicians, we have an advisory board in which we provide them the clinical data, the value proposition why a drug like this could be useful. Combined with peer-reviewed publications, we are in all major kidney conferences, medical conferences, where we present the data. And as far as the patients are concerned, we are making sure there is access for them, and that comes from providing a centralized hub. So regardless of which type of insurance they have, once their physician writes a prescription, they have access to drug as soon as possible, as smoothly as possible, and want to make this experience for both physicians and patients very frictionless.
That's wonderful to hear. I know a lot of times patients wonder where their physicians get information on the latest of therapy.
Sure.
And for me, it's been such an important partnership to be an informed patient
Absolutely.
and partner with my physician. So it's great to know that our doctors will have this latest information, and then now patients will become more informed with like our conversation today.
So we are very excited to be partnering with you and patient community, as well as physicians and the healthcare professionals who have been responsible for taking care of these patients.
Absolutely. When I dealt with high phosphorus levels back when I was 18 years old before my transplant, I wasn't given any education on it.
Right.
So I was just told to take Tums,
yeah.
but I didn't have the empowerment of understanding why. Or understanding the severity of it.
Yeah.
And so it's been really enlightening to talk to the patient community and hear how impacted they are and how challenging it is to deal with this. And they're very excited about having something to help their quality of life.
Absolutely. This is a partnership, and we think about it as truly making a difference in patients' life with the help of healthcare professionals.
Fantastic. Looking ahead, what are potential biotech approaches to prevent chronic kidney disease from progressing to dialysis or transplant?
Chronic kidney disease is an outcome of many medical problems, medical conditions. So it starts with acute kidney injury. There are patients who suffer from other diseases like IgA nephropathy. There are a number of approaches that different companies are taking. So as you know, for IgA nephropathies, we have approved drugs as well as new drugs that are in pipeline. Similarly, for acute kidney injuries, there are people who are pursuing the drugs in development, including a drug we have in our pipeline, Uni-494. But all of them are aimed to prevent acute injury or a condition like IgA nephropathy from getting worsened and translating to chronic kidney disease. So patient is supposed to take 3 pills a day. With each meal, they can take 1 pill, and depending on their phosphate level, they can take more than a pill or may have to skip a pill.
What are the main concerns about high phosphate levels, and what are common misconceptions that patients may have, like foods to avoid or foods to eat, home remedies that will treat it, etc.?
Patients don't always know which foods have high phosphate. That's one problem. But I also don't think that often they understand that it's a silent killer. High phosphate does not cause chest pain, does not cause headache, so it's asymptomatic. And things that are asymptomatic are the hardest one to manage, but because it requires being aware of it. So patients have high phosphate. Part of the problem is that these patients are taking so many other pills that they just feel overwhelmed to take the pills. Being aware that this phosphate that is building up in the blood and serum can be managed with an effective treatment, and also being aware that this phosphate that is high in the serum may not cause them headache or chest pain today, but eventually causes increased risk of cardiovascular risk or increased mortality. Sometimes creating awareness is good, but then you're still asking them to take 12, 15, 18, 20 pills a day. So the solution is not effective. And this is why we feel very excited that with a partnership with patients and physicians and clinicians, we can provide them an alternative.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times with patients, it's overwhelming when you're not feeling well, you're navigating a lot, you're taking medicine, it's hard to understand and process what you need to do while you're doing it.
That's right.
And that's why this awareness is so imperative, because it's scary to think that you don't feel any symptoms. So it's so easy to have this happen and your levels to increase and then deal with the potentially
Consequences.
life-threatening impacts. What is your team doing to speed up access for patients?
We were able to align with the agency, the Food and Drug Administration, to follow a expedited 505(b)(2) pathway. So that is how we got the drug to the point where we're waiting for FDA's approval. We believe similar strategies can be applied by other companies, and we are all working towards the same goal, which is to bring down the drug as quickly as possible. For our second drug, we have got an orphan disease designation, which again allows us an expedited pathway. It has a different set of requirements in terms of a drug approval, but we believe this is in an urgent matter. As soon as possible, we can get the drug on the market to help patients. It helps everybody, patients, physicians, and overall our investors who supported us.
How do current phosphate binders fall short, and how will new therapies address these challenges?
Currently available treatment have three sets of problems. Either you have large number of pills, you have large size pills, and large size pills that have to be chewed. And to give you a context which you are very aware, but many people don't realize, we are asking patients to chew these large size pills after every meal. So imagine having a nice meal and then having to chew a pill that tastes like metal, because it is metal, and then you have to do it every single time. So patients obviously don't want to chew these pills. So you have these challenges. I'm really excited for what we are doing at Unicycive, but also rooting for all other colleagues and friends in the industry who are working in different modalities, different drugs in development.
I feel the same way. I think from my personal experience, when I was diagnosed at 10 years old with polycystic kidney disease, there was no treatment, no cure. And to think of how my life journey would have evolved differently if there was something preventative and wouldn't have needed kidney and liver transplant.
Absolutely. I think the next few years are going to be very exciting for patients in suffering from chronic kidney disease or acute kidney injury. So I'm very much, I share that enthusiasm.
Thank you.